Hey, what's up, Arnimane? My name is Arnimane, and welcome to the 87th episode of Would You Rather. If you have any Would You Rather questions that you would like me to answer, make sure you leave them down in the comments section below. And of course, if you missed any of the previous episodes, there is a link in the description that'll take you to the entire playlist. Before we begin, make sure you hit that like button. I want you guys to show that like button who is boss, especially if you are enjoying this episode, or if you did enjoy this episode. It does help me out a lot. But I just want to say that we are coming up on triple digits here. We're almost at episode 100. This is our longest running series on this channel, and I kind of want to do something special for episode 100. It is, like I said, the big triple digits, the big 100, and I kind of want to do something special, maybe a themed episode, or maybe a longer episode, maybe like a 30-40 minute episode. I don't know. If that's the case, you guys are gonna have to leave a lot more than one for that series, but anyways, or for that episode. But anyways, guys, if you have any suggestions for the big 100 special episode, feel free to leave them down in the comment section as well. But anyways, all that mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's jump into this week's episode. Starting us off this week, we have Zach Eckley, who asks, would you rather work as an Army engineer or a Navy engineer? I don't know if there's any like risks or risk differences between the two. I mean, I guess I don't really know much about the Army or the Navy or anything like that, any kind of like military jobs and stuff like that. I don't really know anything about them, but I do know that Navy is to do with boats, I think. Don't quote me on that. And I'm not a fan of water, so regardless if Army engineering people are at more of a risk than Navy engineering people, then I'm still gonna pick Army engineer, just because I hate the fucking water. I hate water. I'm like a cat, okay? You throw me in water and I'm just like, help me, and when I get out of here, I'm going to kill all of you. So I hate the water, and I believe, and I know I probably should have done some fucking research. I never do researches before these. But I'm pretty sure the Navy has to do with boats and stuff like that, and if I have to go anywhere near water, then that's definitely a no. So I'd much rather be an Army engineer. But thank you for your question, Zach Eckley. Let's move on to the next one. Michelle G asks, would you rather have kids or have dogs? Right now, if you're asking me right now, I was to wake up tomorrow, I would either have, I don't know, 3 kids, or I can have 3 dogs. I would pick 3 dogs. I think right now, my point in life, I'm not ready for kids. I'm not. I'm sure kids are great and they're awesome, but just like right now, I guess financially, my situation, and you know, I don't feel like I could support kids. I mean, my brother has a kid. Like I have 2 nieces and a nephew, and you know, I see the struggles that sometimes my brother has. Sometimes I see the struggles that my sister has with her 2 kids. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I'm one of those people who's like, if I bring a kid into this world, I want to make sure it has everything it needs, and I don't want to have to struggle or have them sacrifice things growing up because, you know, I can't afford it, or I can't do it, or whatever it is, whatever the situation may be. So right now, I think I'd much rather have 3 dogs. They're more affordable for me, something I could actually do or take care of over kids and stuff like that. So, but that's not for me to say that I don't ever want kids. That is something that, like I was saying, if the time is right, I have the right person in my life, and you know, let's say I'm financially fit, I'm well off, or whatever you want to call it, then of course kids would be the option. But if you're asking me right now, I'll take the dogs. Dogs are cuter anyways. Thank you for your question, Michelle. Let's move on to the next one. And then 324 asks, would you rather have to cut off your ear by yourself, or have to cut off both of your pinky toes by yourself? So either cut off one ear or cut off both pinky toes by myself, which means I'll probably grab a big giant pair of shears or something, with large scissors or something, and cut off one of my ear or both my pinky toes. I think the way I would go here is cut off my pinky toes. It's not like I'm losing that much if I cut off both my pinky toes. I'm not losing balance, or, well, at least not much balance. And it's only noticeable, I guess, you know, when you're probably, like, usually I only take my socks off or my shoes off or whatever, where I'm, you know, to the point where I'm in my bare feet, or I have, I'm walking around on my bare feet, at nighttime when I guess more or less when it's getting close to bedtime or something along those lines. So, and I'm like I said earlier, I'm not much of a swimmer, so I don't have to really worry about that. And so, like I said, it's not that noticeable unless, the time comes where you're getting intimate or, it's late at night, you're getting ready for bed, and even still, not a lot of people will see it then. But if I was to cut off one of my ear, okay, I might lose hearing in that ear. I guess it depends on how good my cut job is. But it's like really noticeable. Like everyone will see that you're missing an ear, and so basically, I'm saying is I think losing both my pinky toes would be a little easier to live with than it would be with having your ear cut off. Like I said, I don't know, I just feel like cutting off my ear, there's a larger risk than there is a pinky toes. Like I said, I don't know, I stub my pinky toe and a lot of times I don't feel it. It's only when I stub my my big toe, you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes I feel like my pinky toe isn't there, but like you cut off my ear and it's just like, ugh. I don't know. I shudder when I think of cutting off my ear, but when it comes to cutting off my pinky toes, I don't think anything about it. I'm like, yeah, sure, fuck it, I don't need it. It's, it's kind of like, I don't know, I have two kidneys. I have two kidneys, right? I don't know. But anyways, I don't need them. You can have them, that kind of thing. So anyways, thank you for your question, Egthen, and let us move on to the next one. And our last question comes in from Quino, who asks, would you rather be the bitch of a really ugly guy forever or be in a high-end security prison forever? That's actually kind of tough. Because you gotta look at it this way. Either way, you're gonna end up being a bitch. I'm gonna end up being a bitch. To an ugly guy, because that's how it is. You're in prison, you're gonna end up being someone's bitch, and that's probably what's gonna happen to me. I'll probably end up being some big ugly guy's bitch in prison, or I can just be out in the open and be a bitch of someone who's really ugly forever. So I would probably take the freedom part, but be someone's bitch forever. Yeah, I don't know, because you gotta think of it this way, like, if I'm in high-end prison, I can't really do much in there, it just feels like a miserable life, more so than if I was just a bitch of some ugly guy. I don't know if the ugly guy really has any kind of weight in this at all, whether it's an ugly guy, ugly girl, pretty girl. If I'm a bitch, I'm a bitch. I really don't see the difference between that, an ugly guy or a pretty guy or a handsome guy, whatever you want to call it. But, being in high-end security, you're kind of locked down. You can't really do much. You only let out certain hours a day. It sounds like a really miserable life. And like I said, there's a good chance I'll end up being a bitch in prison anyways. So it just seems like that's more of a loss than it is. It's a huge lose-lose kind of thing if I end up in a high-end prison forever rather than being the bitch of a really ugly guy. But I still get to live my life. I'm not always gonna see this bitch guy, or sorry, this really ugly guy who's, I'm their bitch and stuff. I'm gonna be able to live my life. I just, whenever I hang out with him, I'm just gonna end up doing things for him and all that stuff. So I really hope that doesn't include blowjobs. Oh God. Anyways, thank you for your question, Quino. I'm gonna be going with be the bitch of a really ugly guy. And again, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you smash that like button. I want you to show that like button who is boss. And don't forget to leave your would you rather questions down in the comments section below. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty. Yeah.